Now, I'm not telling you it has to be the right decision. It may be the wrong decision. We may realize 24 hours or 3 months after we sign up that client, maybe we shouldn't have signed up that client. I don't care about that right now. What I care about is taking that potential client off the free agent block. I don't want other law firms or other teams out there thinking that this person is available for them. And the best way to do that is to make a decision during the first call. Remember one of my favorite sayings: it is better to retain than reject than never to retain at all. Welcome to the Intake Playbook, the podcast where we transform your law firm's intake process into a secret weapon. I'm your host, Gary Falkowitz, and I've spent more than a decade helping law firms across the country maximize their intake performance. If you want to stop leaving cases on the table, create a better client experience, and grow your revenue, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Guys, one of the most important things to do during your first conversation with a potential client is to make a decision on that call. Now, I'm not telling you it has to be the right decision. It may be the wrong decision. We may realize 24 hours or 3 months after we sign up that client, maybe we shouldn't have signed up that client. I don't care about that right now. What I care about is taking that potential client off the free agent block. I don't want other law firms or other teams out there thinking that this person is available for them. And the best way to do that is to make a decision during the first call. Remember one of my favorite sayings: it is better to retain than reject than never to retain at all. And I'm telling you right now, if we don't make a decision on that first call, then the chances of us even being able to sign somebody or retain somebody drop significantly, because there's no guarantee of a second bite at the apple. The whole point is, it's like when you're in a car dealership and somebody walks into that car dealership. You don't want them leaving without a set of keys in their hand or a check in your hand. You know that they may not walk back into your car dealership no matter how many times you call them or how many times you text them. The same thing goes for someone who calls your law firm. You may not get a second bite at that apple. One of the most important things you can do is make a decision. Don't worry about the right or the wrong decision. Make a decision. And yes, I do think you should err on the side of signing if you're not sure. Forget putting somebody on hold. Forget telling them you're going to call them back. Forget telling them that you want to review the case. Make the decision. That's how you win it intake. Thank you for listening to the Intake Playbook podcast. If this episode sparked a new idea or insight, take a moment to screenshot it and post it in the Intake Playbook group on Facebook. Share what resonated with you or what you'd like me to dive into next. Your input helps shape this podcast, and I'd love to hear from you. Let me ask you this: is your intake process maximizing every opportunity? If not, I created the Intake Masterclass to help. Inside, you'll get access to the tools and strategies I've used to help firms transform their intake process and turn missed opportunities into measurable wins. Plus, you'll join a network of professionals all focused on growing their firms. The ROI you'll see from refining your intake will speak for itself. Visit intakeplaybook.com today and start making every lead count. Thank you again for spending your time with me on the Intake Playbook podcast. Remember, intake isn't just about systems. It's about building trust and creating connections. Keep pushing forward. And if you're looking for more resources or details from today's episode, check out the show notes at intakeplaybook.com. I'll see you there.